These things look super tiny. Oh my god.
It's super ghetto.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to vlog number 2, and today's video is going to be about feeding my bettas brine shrimp for the first time. So they've never had brine shrimp ever. They've never had anything
alive.
I've been feeding them like frozen worms and just like pellets and flakes and stuff. So today I'm going to feed them some brine shrimp. I did start hatching these brine shrimp maybe about 23 hours ago, almost 24 hours. I'll give you an update on what those look like. But before I do that, if you guys did see the last video, you probably noticed my tanks needed a water change big time. They grew a ton more algae this week, and I kind of just wanted to show the power of what a water change could do, because even for me, it was kind of unbelievable for me to see how much just me changing the water and going through that process. So if you guys did see my previous video, I did show you Forest Tank, and Forest Tank had a bunch of algae all in it. It was kind of blooming, but I was mostly cleaning the glass and making sure a lot of stuff didn't grow in the glass. So if you see now, I just did a simple water change. I'm using the Fluval stratum substrate, and I took a lot of the algae just that was growing off on the substrate. I just kind of scooped it up and took it out. I used my Python to kind of just suck up whatever it could. I also took out the big plant, and I also took out my wood, and I kind of took those and did a little scrub. And I also wanted to rearrange this tank a little bit differently, giving him some more room to swim. I know bettas don't really like having a lot of room to swim, but I also wanted to move it because I felt like it was affecting kind of the way my filter performed, because it was kind of sucking up the plant a lot too. So I wanted to make sure that, the filter was getting proper flow and it was moving the water enough to be able to suck up any debris that I didn't want in the tank. Then if you look at Jungle's tank here, I didn't really give it a lot of love. So I really needed to go in and kind of do the same thing, but I didn't really clean Jungle's tank as thoroughly as I cleaned Forest, but as you can see too, like, it made a huge difference. So yeah, that was me just cleaning the tanks, just kind of showing you what it looks like when you do a pretty intense, cleaning, but not really doing more than a 50% water change. So yeah, that's what those tanks currently look like right now. I also did a water change on the 2.5 gallon. This is still cycling. However, the wood was starting to grow kind of this white kind of film over the top. You can still kind of see it. I took it out and scrubbed it, and a lot of junk came off of it. Oh, maybe not. That's just a reflection. So now that I've gave you an update on the tanks, I'll show you what this video is really going to be about, which is hatching the brine shrimp. So a lot of the stuff that it tells you to do, or a lot of the videos I'd seen on how to hatch these things,
I didn't follow it.
I didn't follow the traditional way. I don't have an aerator. My tanks are really small, so per recommendation from some friends of mine who are also into fish keeping, told me, like, yeah, you don't really need an aerator. These things are too small. They'll do its thing without it. So I don't have an aerator. But then when I got all these shrimp eggs, everything I read and saw, they were like, put them in an aerator, blah, 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 like all that stuff. All I literally did was I had salt, I had water, and I grabbed one of these little medicine containers that you use to kind of like pop back syrup medicine. It's super ghetto, but let me show you how I did it. Pretty much, I went to the dollar store and I picked up one of these little small glass containers, and I, filled it up with water. I put the aquarium salt in. I picked this up at my local fish store and, just poured in about a tablespoon of it and kind of mixed it in till eventually all the salt dissolved. From there, I took the little medicine cup and I put it inside the water, and that was pretty much the entirety of my setup. Then I grabbed my little tube of unhatched brine shrimp eggs, and I scooped up a little bit and dumped it inside. I didn't want to do too many because I don't know if my fish are actually going to eat these, so I didn't put that many eggs in there. Also, I didn't know if this was going to work or not too, so I didn't want to waste a lot of the eggs either. And then from there, after I did that, I stirred it up a little bit, and then put the top on, but I left a little crease so I didn't, cut off the air, and I left it overnight. So yeah, pretty much it's like 40 minutes till it's gonna be a full 24 hours. I haven't even actually looked or put the light up next to it. I don't wanna spoil the surprise for me, as well as you guys. So yeah, I'll show you that update in about 40 minutes. All right, so here is the container right here. And here is all the eggs that I just made fly super high in the air. I'm going to hold my flashlight to the canister and let's see what we got. Here it is. So we got some life. We got For as many eggs that I put in there, there's definitely not as many brine shrimp, but it's enough to test out and see if my fish are gonna eat these. But let's take what we have right here and let's try to get some of these in the tank with Forest and Jungle and see what they do. So obviously that wasn't the results that I was hoping for, but like I said, I'm gonna continue to let those eggs sit in this water and hopefully we hatch a lot more from what's in there. In the meantime, I got this little net right here for the brine shrimp. I got this on Amazon. It was probably like, I don't know, $5 for a pack. And then I have this little like medicine baby dispenser that I'm gonna use to get them out of the water into that net, run some water through them, suck them back up into this, and then into the tank. So let's go. So I'm currently adding in the brine shrimp right now, and let's see how Forrest reacts. These things look super tiny next to him. Yep. And he doesn't care either. Okay guys, so I'm back here about a day later. That obviously didn't work. My fish are a little bougie. They don't want to eat live food, so I think that the brine shrimp was probably too small for them to actually like care about, and for them probably thinking, oh, this is gonna take too much time.
I have no clue.
So yeah, that was obviously disappointing, but I did just get back from the pet store right now and I picked up a couple of these. So guys, obviously I know that a lot of people have said do not put shrimp in your betta tanks no matter what, but I've also seen a lot of people and talked with a lot of people that said it just depends on your fish. If your fish is pretty friendly, then they're not going to care about the shrimp. And honestly, seeing them not care about those brine shrimp whatsoever got me thinking, well, let me just try this. I'm first going to try it in Jungle's tank and we're going to see how he reacts, and if he doesn't react fondly to them, I might see what Forrest will do, but I'm not sure. But I do have that 2.5 gallon tank already set up, so if all else fails, they'll go into that tank, and maybe I'll just give them to some friends or something once I get my female betta. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so there's Jungle, and obviously I want to know if he can see them. He can. What I'm trying to see is if he's going to go up to the bag and flare his gills and, you know, show them that, you know, they're not wanted. That's kind of the main thing I'm looking at right now. Of course, you know, once you release them into the water, it's a different story. But, you know, I'm going to obviously monitor this and pay attention. And if he starts, you know, nipping at them or chasing them, I'll remove them immediately. Right now, he just seems to be swimming at the front of the glass like he always does. Nothing out of the ordinary. So I'm gonna let these guys acclimate for about 15 to 30 minutes and then I'll come back when that's ready. Also, here's an update on my brine shrimp, and go figure, there's like 1 billion in there. I guess hatching eggs this way works. That's good to know. Alright, so it's been about 30 minutes now, and the shrimp are right there. They're just chilling. Jungle's right here, just swimming around. I don't think he cares. He actually went up to the bag and kind of just looked at him. He never flared his gills or anything, so I think that's a good sign. So I think that we're going to pop them in, and we'll see how this goes. that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video and you liked seeing my betta fish, please hit that like button and subscribe. And you can turn on the bell notification if you'd like. That'd be sick. New videos are gonna be coming soon. I'm gonna be getting a new fish, which is on the way, which is gonna be amazing. So please stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. See you later.